We are constantly inspired of the great heroes of saxophone playing. One of the things that inspires me, and I know a lot of the great players out there, are the effortless technique and speed and skill of these amazing players. So how come these players, the heroes of saxophone, can play that fast and make it look so effortless? I'll go through 5 ways to speed up your playing. I remember a time when I was starting to play saxophone 1 or 2 years in the process. One of the things I taught myself was to play into a mirror. I had this little practice room. It was like 3 by 5 meters maybe, and I only had a corner because there was a piano and a drum set and everything was in it. Boom, everything. So I was standing against the door and I had 2 square meters in front of me, this mirror, and I was basically playing into that mirror all the time, just looking at my fingers, just straight, boom, there are my fingers, so right there. Understanding that when you have to move your fingers a longer distance to the tone holes, you actually play slower. This was really a great impact on me and made me understand to speed up, you need your fingers on your saxophone. I already knew then that I needed the speed to control my instrument better. When you're practicing in front of a mirror, it basically does not matter what you're practicing. The most important thing is that you're watching your fingers, and if they move away from the horn, make sure you put them back on the horn. What I found out was to play something I knew pretty well. So for example, a simple scale. You need to play something you really know well. Why? Well, because you can put your full attention to your fingers and not what am I going to play and how am I going to put my fingers. You need to put your fingers and you need to know exactly where you're going to put them so you can control this movement. So here I'm playing a C scale. If you play a B major scale, your fingers shift because you have different keys you have to push in. If you're practicing a lick or something, you take something you know well. I'm, for example, working on rhythm change this week. So when I'm practicing a line like this, I'm really thinking about how far am I moving my fingers away from the saxophone. Really checking where your fingers are in the process. So I imagine this link, this direct link, zooming from my brain into my fingers. At some point, I even remember taping my fingers to the saxophone. So rolling this tape, this is the sticky tape, you know, rolling this, sticking it on the keys, and then, you know, putting my fingers there. Doing this to all the keys at the same time is not that smart, I found out. Only do this to 1 or 2 keys, because else everything will just stick together. But when you get a hang of it, it really helps you realize how much you actually move away from the saxophone. If you want to play faster or fast, you really need to have your fingers close to the saxophone. Here's Joel Fram playing really fast. If you get a chance to check Joel out, please do. He's an amazing player. You can also check it on YouTube, but the real thing, amazing. Why do you think high-level athletes keep recording themselves, getting everything on video? They want to watch it slow motion so they can see exactly what muscles they are moving. Why do you tense up when you go fast? We need to slow down. When you slow down things, and you know this, it's much easier to control. And it's much easier to see where all the moving parts are going. When you look at the human body in slow motion, you can really see where all these muscles are moving, where they are going, what is the meaning of this muscle and what does it do. This is essential to going faster. Need to know what you're doing to get faster motor skills. Basically, we want to be able to play our music with super great timing and in any tempo completely free. This means our motor skills needs to be able to execute exactly what we are hearing, what we are imagining with super great accuracy and super great timing. It does not matter what you are playing. If it's a lick or scale, we need to get full control of the movement of our fingers. That brain signal I was talking about needs to be completely fluid. We need to open up so we can control the movement 100%. And our muscles need to be 100% tuned in on how to move when the brain sends the signal. Let's play a C major scale exercise. I'm always talking about don't exercise for the exercise. Exercise because you're going to use it. This exercise is inspired by Coltrane lick. I'll explain this in another video. I am able to play this exercise rather fast in the key of C. But what happens if I go to the key of B? Then I encounter a lot of difficulties with my motor skill in comparison with the C scale. There's a lot of notes in the B scale where I really have to move my fingers to the side keys on the saxophone. The B and the C sharp is really strained for my left pink. When we go to the D sharp, well, my right pink is really the problem. Pinks are the weakest fingers. Left pink the most weak, right pink the second weakest. I changed the scale a half step down and the game completely changed. I need to fix my brain getting these motor skills going in a complete different setting. When I slow down, I can really think each movement of each finger. This is my focus. Here's how I prepare to play this pattern fast. I don't want to think about the notes in the scale, so I need to know the scale notes B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B completely by heart. Start by playing the scale, feel it, taste it, fool around with it, hear it. Just get a feel of the scale. No tempo, up and down, just a little bit. Eventually playing the full scale. Find a secure tempo where you can play flawlessly. This is very, very, very important because brain learns everything. Everything we do. Mistakes or no mistakes. So I think I played the scale too fast. I got it, I cut the tempo with 50%. Immediately reduce the tempo. If you're not 100% focused on where your fingers are placed and you know where they are placed, reduce again by 50%. Reduce. Now in this tempo I can follow and feel my fingers. When you feel that you're able to play your little lick, your solo, your melody in the tempo flawlessly, you just slowly start to raise the tempo again. Michael Brecker is a great example on effortless technique. Here on the well-known standard Softly as in the Morning Song. Michael Brecker is a great hero of saxophone to a lot of us. I really admire how he's playing, his effort in the music, how much he actually put in there.
This is our worst recording. This is it. You're about to hear it.
I actually attended this workshop and Brecker talked also about how he was practicing. Brecker was a huge fan of practicing. It was something he needed to do every day to feel human, to feel the music, to be there. So he knows practice was a thing for him. When on the road or just living a normal life, you are not able to devote all the time you want to your practice. Doesn't matter if it's hobby or if you're professional. One way of really getting the muscle memory to work for you is by visualizing and by silent practicing. On this topic I've made a really thorough video earlier, so I'll just skim the topic now, but this is very, very important. let's grab that rhythm change lick I played before and work on that. In this example, you can work on memorization and playing at the same time. You can sit down, lie down, be on the sofa, whatever and wherever. The basic thing is, and the most important thing is, go slow, because you do not have the sound of the saxophone to go by. You only have the connection from your brain, what you know, and your fingers. When I play this, I hear some uneven hits on the pads. The timing is off. Further, I feel that my fingers are not 100% stable on the saxophone. I am basically not able to play this 100% fluently. Slow down! Same trick as before. Slow down. Cut it in half. 50%. By slowing down, I can direct more attention and more focus towards the direct movement of my fingers. Hold the fingers close to the saxophone and keep the rhythm tight. In this way, I'm only focusing on the motor skills, steering my fingers directly towards a more tight and better result. A really amazing player I discovered. Hopefully a lot of other people discovered this guy, but a really amazing player I discovered during the COVID lockdown was Stefano Bedetti. When you hear him playing, it sounds effortless, but seeing him play on these videos, it looks like a stroll in the park for him. Fingers super close to the saxophone, and his articulation is ridiculously tight. We read books and we listen to music. I'm saying this because we need our ears to be 100% there when we're playing music. We read books and we listen to music. Being able to hear forward into what is coming in your playing is a really huge advantage when you are playing an instrument or playing music. For example, in the lick I just played. When I was figuring out what to play, I was thinking about, hey, what are you practicing at the moment? I'm practicing Rhythm Change by George Gershwin, the simple scheme of George Gershwin Rhythm Change. Of course, a lot of other players early on played this scheme, but that scheme. And then, why not use this example in this video, Rhythm Change scheme? So that was the easy part, finding out what to play. How do I connect the chords? I need to be able to hear the chords. I need to be able to hear what changes in the chords. I need to be able to hear what sounds I want to use, and so on. So it's all ears, all ears. You need to train this a lot. How? Well, again, go slowly. Practice your songs. Play the melody, play the chords, play transcribed solos, listen to tunes a lot, and of course, watch my videos. I of course have a full YouTube channel full of videos. I really want to recommend them all, but one video springs to mind when thinking about learning the chords and moving ahead, thinking ahead. In this tutorial, why is it important to learn the chords? Jazz chords, this is how to learn and remember. You really need to check this one. Training your ear is a long process. And as this song by F.R. Davis sings about words,
don't come easy to me. How can I find a way to make you see?
The same goes for ear training. Please do not be frustrated when it doesn't come like in 1 day or 2 days. It takes, I don't want to discourage you, but years. When you are connecting your melodies, musical knowledge as in music theory, your technique, your ear training, you need a super overview to get this all in sync when you're playing music. You need to direct this all towards your playing. All these topics. Also, when the matter is playing faster. The overview comes from how you combine your knowledge with ear training and technical skill. Therefore, the wheel of learning music, knowledge, ear training, technical skill. In all aspects of music, all three disciplines comes into play. So the one does not exist without the other one, or at least should not exist without the other one. And everything goes both ways. This is the overview you need to acquire when you're playing music. Knowledge, ear training, technical skill. And exactly as the words of F.R. Davis, nothing actually comes easy when it goes to music. But when you work slowly at each individual thing, taking it bit by bit, and keep going at it, you will get there. Do not give up. Basically, just go for it. Keep going. Well, if you came this far in the video, I think you should give my channel a big like and subscribe. Why do you want more speed in your playing? Who is your fast playing hero of saxophone? Put it in the comments below. If you have any questions about how you can play faster, well, put it in the comments below. I would love to talk to you about this and have a great discussion of what exercises you have, what heroes you have. Remember to hit the like and the subscribe button. Shares are always welcome. It's really appreciated and you support me a great lot if you hit the like and subscribe button. Finally, all links are in the description below. Play music, have fun.